Marvel.
It's already started. It's going to do it.
Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Why So Serious, a Nerd podcast. Joining me today are my co-hosts once again, JD and David. And we are bringing you another edition of Week in Geek, all the latest news, rumors, and trailers in the world of nerddom, where we do it best. Don't forget to check us out on social media at Why So Serious Pod on Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. And if you like the show, you're listening on Apple or Spotify, give us a 5-star review. It really helps us in those algorithms. So we have a couple trailers, some Doomsday, Secret Wars news, and then a couple DC and Star Wars as well. But first, Fallout Season 2 came out, a show we were definitely exceeded our expectations for Season 1. I watched the first 2 episodes, finished the second one this morning, and man, it's so good. I can't believe a video game show can be this good. It's definitely, I think it's over Last of Us for me. It might be the best video game TV show they've made. I don't know what else you put up with, but
all right. Well, then coming from a perspective, I'm halfway through season 1 and it's not Last of Us quality for me yet. So does season 1 have a strong finish?
I think I just like the post-apocalyptic world more.
It's a cool world.
I like the world it's in a lot.
For sure. And I like just the vibes of The Last of Us more. It's more engaging for me.
It definitely. It's more like condensed, just the two of them.
Right.
More emotional, more, kind of that, and deeper.
It's more realistic too. I feel like they're very different shows.
They are
very different. Just because Fallout leans into a lot of the wacky lore. The Fallout lore compared to the Last of Us lore is so entirely different. It's a totally different world. So this show has a totally different vibe. It's funny. It's got the off-centered kind of uncomfortably violent aspects that are happening, and people taking all these radiated foods and these freaks across the wasteland. So it's a very different style show. As far as quality and professionalism goes, Last of Us beats it out for me. But as far as entertainment entertainment purposes though, from start to finish, Fallout Season 1, I was way more entertained than Last of Us Season 1. So I love the ending of Season 1. I think you'll like it, JD.
Yeah, I do like it. I do. So how close to the game is it? And do you control the big robots character kind of commandeered the big Iron Man looking thing?
Yeah, I actually played Fallout 4 after watching Season 1. I'm pretty because Season 1 came out a few years ago, right? It's been
2 years.
Yeah, those big armor suits are so much fun to play around. So if the batteries die fast, so you have to make sure you have a backup battery on you. You have to abandon it in the middle of nowhere and then come back and get it, hopefully. But yeah, definitely after playing the game, I definitely pick up on a lot more of the references. So yeah.
I know we're such frauds because I played New Vegas after Fallout Season 1 came out. It came out. I loved it. Was I started New Vegas years ago and I played an hour or two and then I just didn't keep going. And then after Season 1 dropped, I played New Vegas all the way through. Loved it. It was a blast of a game. I'm just still planning on playing Fallout 4 as well. But after playing New Vegas and then seeing that Season 2 was leading into New Vegas as the storyline, it's perfect. So I've only watched the first episode of Season 2 and there's already so many nods to the game. So it's I love the game and all the little nods are really fun. There's one issue I have, but when we cover the show, I'll talk about that in detail.
Yes. We'll probably cover the season as a whole. Won't be a full, maybe half at a time if something big happens. But yeah, great show. All right, let's get into the news. We did have our Odyssey trailer. Oh, you want to do box office? Okay.
Well, that's an obvious. Avatar just takes it. So
yeah, well, I did. My spoiler-free review is out on social media right now. But yeah, I did go see it. I kind of liked it. I mean, it's probably just as good as the second one, if not a little bit better, because it is very fast paced. A lot happens in the movie. So I would recommend seeing it. That's what I would say.
And you guys like number 2 more than 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, I'm about halfway through that, Fallout Season 1. But yeah, that makes me want to watch it more. That's good to hear.
2 just felt like 1, but told in more detail in a better way. There's a lot of similarities to it, but it just felt like they did it in a little better way. That's wild seeing David there at 22 million, which is a small studio animated project about David and Goliath and King David. That's mind blowing to me seeing that at second place with 22 million. That's for a weekend.
I've even heard of it.
Exactly. The distributor is Angel Studios. They're a very small, that's mind blowing. I guess it's because it's Christmas.
No one drafted the SpongeBob movie. I thought that was 2026.
Well, if I knew Ice Spice was going to be in it, I would have. No, we don't even talk. Did you? She showed up because she's like a voice actor in it, I guess, and she does one of the songs. She shows up to the premiere in a thong with her tits hanging out. Like, yeah, that's great. It's a kid's premiere. Good job, you. Who invited this person here? What are we doing? Tampering SpongeBob. Sorry.
When I went to see the Avatar Fire and Ash, not the Avatar, there was actually the prologue for the Odyssey that I got to watch because I saw it in IMAX, and oh my God, this movie's going to be so good. It was the Trojan horse being snuck into the city of Troy with Odysseus inside, and it's all while John Bernthal's telling the story to Tom Holland, like of the past.
Wait. Who's John Bernthal in this?
He's like Odysseus' right-hand man. He's like one of the homies. So
what?
He's in the horse with Matt Damon, Odysseus. So
I didn't notice him in any of the trailers, and I don't remember seeing his name.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how many trailers has there been so far?
No, this is the first trailer.
Just one.
But you also got to see something different in theaters?
No, I saw like a 5-minute prologue, like
No
a full,
way.
Like the first
like a
5
full
minutes
scene of the.
Yeah.
It was, oh my gosh, man! Like it's gonna be so good, so well done, so intense. The score, like, dude, this is gonna be the best movie of the year for sure.
The cast, I knew it was a big cast, obviously. Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Matt Damon. But I forgot Robert Pattinson was in it. I didn't know John Bernthal was in it. Was he?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson is trying to bang Anne Hathaway while Odysseus is gone.
Oh,
Guys always
really?
Yeah,
he's gonna be
that's
that
a different
scumbag
Batman.
character.
Yeah.
I mean, Lupita Nyong'o, Charlize Theron. I didn't know she was in it either. But I didn't know Bernthal was in it, man. I'm even more excited for it.
So before we get into this part, how did you guys like the trailer? Was it enough for you? I know JD, you said maybe you were looking for a little bit more.
Yeah, it didn't do much for me, to be honest. I could tell it's going to be cinematography-wise very high quality, and it has nothing to do with I really am excited for this. It was kind of a boring trailer, though. It really was. So it didn't do much for me. But man, yeah, I agree with you. I think this is going to be one of the best movies in like the last decade, possibly.
Yeah, I didn't expect a lot just because it's Christopher Nolan, and I know his trailers have always kind of been ominous and vague as far as the story. He doesn't tell you the story in his trailers ever. Tenet,
He doesn't need to.
like the Tenet trailer was like nonsensical. All of his movies are like that. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot in this. It was perfect for with Christopher Nolan. It set the tone. It showed some amazing set pieces, and I guess they spent days out on the actual sea for that sailboat sequence in that trailer being hit by the ocean. For me, it was perfect. I'm so excited for this movie.
And this is Benny Safdie as Agamemnon in the Odyssey, and there is some controversy over the helmet as not being historically accurate. They say he looks like Roman Darth Vader or something like that. So are you guys too worried about historical accuracy, even though it's a mythology story?
Me personally,
it's
kind
a
of.
historical story.
I do want it to line up a little bit. Dave, you're cutting out a little bit. I don't know if... for me personally, yeah, I would appreciate if it was a little bit close to the lore, so we get a general idea of like the Odysseys. It's real kind of telling, maybe a little bit of the Iliad and stuff like that. But at the same time, you want your own narrative flow, and you're going to not just do the book. So
It looks good. It looks pretty cool.
no, yeah, it all looks great. For this guy specifically, yeah, I really don't care. You could have whatever kind of helmet you want on, and I'll be okay with it.
Yeah. Dave?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Am I back?
A little bit.
All right. To me, tell me if I'm breaking out and just stop me in the middle of this. But it's a fictional story. It's mythology. So as far as costume design accuracies, I don't really care much. Keeping it to the story of the Odyssey and the Iliad, Absolutely. Costume design, not as concerned. I'm more concerned with Benny Safdie being Agamemnon. That's a weird casting. Benny Safdie is a freaking goofball, and Agamemnon is like the greatest king of all Greek mythology. So I do not like this casting at all.
That's fair. That's fair. And also, if you're looking to prepare for the Odyssey, you can watch Troy. I didn't fully realize Troy's kind of a prequel to the Odyssey, where the Odyssey begins after Troy falls and follows Odysseus' 10-year journey home to Ithaca. So the Trojan War kind of takes place right before the story of the Odyssey. So good little double feature we can do.
Yeah, Troy is the Iliad, right? Pretty closely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, again, Agamemnon in the movie Troy is played by Brian Cox, and he's an absolute unit, and he's pretty damn intimidating. I don't see that coming from Benny Safdie. I just don't. But I guess we'll see. Maybe he can prove me wrong.
Oh, this guy he can get kind of weird and devious. He was in Happy Gilmore 2.
That was the example you used.
Yeah. No, so
that sounds like your ally here.
The obsessive part, though, he can get really weird and obsessive. So I could see him not being goofy and him being okay with this role. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like attached to Agamemnon or Benny Safdie.
He's like known as, like, who's a good example? He's like King Theoden, but even larger of an icon as far as this crazy historic. He is the king of kings of Greece. And so it's hard for me to see him being this ultra powerful, intimidating king. I could see him being a sleazebag, scumbag, evil guy, but the power and gravitas, I don't see him carrying it. But again, he can prove me wrong.
Right. I don't see any comedic relief in this movie from most characters.
Oh, God, hope not.
And Peaky Blinders trailer came out for the movie. Now, I actually just watched the first episode, like last week of the first season. So it looks like a really good show. Actually, the clip of him and Tom Hardy talking got me kind of interested in the show itself. So, JD, you finished? I know, Dave, you're not quite finished. JD, did you finish this whole series?
I have not finished Peaky Blinders. So season 2 for me felt slow. And try to convince me otherwise. Am I wrong about it? It's been a long time because we were watching it when it was first coming out, like staying on top of it, at least after I think I was current with season 2 or 3. But oh my God, it got so loud because somebody came home. Sorry. So season 2 felt much less of the gangster side of it and way more of the horse gambling. Of course, how the gangsters are involved in the horse gambling. But I felt like there was so much horse gambling, and Tommy just got his ass whooped at the beginning of season 2. Sorry, spoiler. Sorry for you too, Leb.
That's okay.
But I mean, like, I was just waiting for some revenge, and there was just horse gambling. So I could be off. It might have been a decade since I saw this. But so I stopped after season 2. But I have heard season 3, 4, and 5 are actually really solid. So I'm really excited to get back into it, actually, leading up to this movie, especially. And the trailer was cool. It was very much just a little teaser, just Tommy Shelby. So the vibe of it was there, but it was also kind of the regular vibe of you need to be yourself again. Like, I'm not that man anymore. Like, we need you to come back. So here he comes. That's that they do that a lot. So that's what this trailer was. But at the same time, I love Cillian Murphy as Tommy Shelby so much. Such a captivating lead character for the show. And it is a really cool little show. So pretty pumped about it. And I liked the little trailer.
Dave, does season 3 pick up?
Yeah. So I do know what JD's talking about. It does slow down a bit. He literally establishes one of like the first gambling Tommy Shelby limited like sports book in England. So there's a whole long, slow process where he
show.
Yeah, kind of like yeah. But he tries to go legit, too much death. So he wants to have a legit career pathway going forward. So it slows down a lot. Season 3, yes, very much picks up because there are some crucial deaths that happen that really send him off the edge. But it still does. So I'm in season 5, I think. It is a pattern that continues through the show with Tommy flipping between just vengeful, let loose Tommy and regretful. What am I doing with my life? You know, I'm death. I'm nothing good. Regret Tommy. So there's a lot of flip flopping. Like, all right, I just want to see badass Tommy Shelby taking it to him. I want to see Tom Hardy's character taking it to people. Tom Hardy is in this show and he is incredible. It's one of my favorite roles of Tom Hardy in this show. So I still got to finish season 5. I think that's the only season left before the movie. Maybe there's a 6th season.
Is Tom Hardy pretty prominent in season 3, 4, 5?
Not as much as I'd like him to be.
Okay.
I really wish he was more. He's in it more than the previous seasons. I don't remember if he's even in season 2.
I did see him in there, so that might have been season 3. I remember a lot of him, and he's fucking awesome. Great addition to that show.
Every scene he's in is amazing. You just wish he was in it more. So yeah, he's not in it enough. Season 4, I think, is Luca Cingretti is the character name. Adrian Brody is this New York gangster who comes and travels, and he's amazing in this role. So season 4 was really good with the New York mob going up against Tommy and his brothers.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I think you'll really season 4 bring you back into it, but I'm stoked on this. Stoked on the movie.
These shows always go up the power chain in authority, like their local gangs, and then the DEA, and then the FBI, and then the Fed. Like in their gang's case, now the New York gang is coming to town.
It's always another level.
Yeah.
Moving on to Marvel, Warner Bros. Is planning on sticking with keeping Dune 3 on the same day as Avengers Doomsday. So Avengers Doomsday is a go. So what movie you seeing first? Are you going to go 2 in the same day? Are we going back to back? Because I'll probably go back to back. I don't know if I can go like 6.5 hours in a movie theater. But if I had to pick, I might watch Dune first. But the spoilers, though, the spoilers for Avengers, though, is the thing. I don't know. It's
just it's so different, right? I think Dune might very likely be a better movie, but like we kind of got to see what happens with RDJ and Doom. Like
I know, yeah, you might have convinced me. It's tough.
I want to pick Dune also, but I don't think I can. As far as Doomsday, the hype, the spoiler risks. I would probably do Doomsday the first day and then Dune the next day. I don't want to be there for 6.5 hours. I'll fall asleep. So probably Doomsday day 1, Dune day 2.
Business wise, what do you guys take of this? Like,
yeah,
it's like kind of a big deal, but also kind of not. Like people are going to go see both. It's like, okay, what is your opening box office weekend? That's the only kind of difference. And then the other fans will see it the next weekend or see it the next day. Like, I feel like it doesn't actually make a huge difference, but also I'm not exactly close to the business side of things. And I just feel like people who are going to watch both are going to go watch both. And even though they come out the same day, sure, Avengers might take the box office win over that, and they might affect their first weekend, but I don't know. It's not like people have to go see one movie in December and they have to pick one. Like, people are going to see these movies. They're going to go see both.
But like that, the IMAX in downtown Sacramento, it only has one screen, and they normally only play one movie at a time.
So that's a good point. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they just they probably do like both in the same day, like back.
I think Dune got it. I think Dune has every IMAX opening. There was some news report I saw that they took claim over the IMAX opening. So I don't know if Doomsday would be on those IMAX screens or not. I don't know. I gotta look into that. But I think with any other movie, it matters because, especially during the economy these days, not everybody can afford to take their families to movies multiple times in a month. So they budget out maybe one trip.
Great point.
So having 2 weeks with no competition or 3 weeks with no competition compared to having to split the profits in those weeks will make a difference. But I agree with you, JD. These two are such huge movies. They're two of the biggest movies out there, that if there's any movies that would be able to push through something like that, it would be these ones, because people are going to want to see both of these movies. So this may be like an outlier where they both are still able to succeed, but I think it still chips away at that peak that either one of them could get.
Yeah, it kind of affects the box office draft in a way with my strategy.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I want to take one of these first round, because there's other, like Spider-Man's by itself. Isn't there a Super Mario 2 is coming out next year? Isn't that the other big one coming out? So I think with those two by themselves, those are easily over $1 billion. You know what I mean? Dave, did you go out too? Okay. Somehow I end up by myself on these episodes throughout one point, but
Still can't hear me, huh?
there
there we go.
there you are. There you are.
What was over $1 billion that you said?
No, I'm saying Spider-Man, and isn't there a Super Mario 2 coming out next year?
I'm pretty sure. Next year's movie lineup is just ridiculous.
So wouldn't you like consider Spider-Man and Super Mario over those two when it comes to box office?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's definitely worth the thought, just because it's not clear cut with how this is going to be split. It may be worth going for another movie that's less successful, but it has more of an opening to bring in more money.
Right. There we go. All right, so we have our Avengers Doomsday teasers rolling out. We got our Steve Rogers one. We talked about that on last week's Week in Geek. It is now officially out on all the platforms, not just like people recording it in their movie theater, the legit one. And then the Thor one has been just in theaters. It has not been released to the public yet. But spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear about it, you can skip forward a couple minutes. But it basically shows Thor and his daughter Love from Love and Thunder. And I guess she has actually officially been cast to return in Doomsday. So, and it looks like Thor's going back to his Infinity War look with kind of the shorter hair. And it seems like Doctor Doom is targeting kids. Like we have the Fantastic Four's kid. Captain Rogers, I guess that works. Yeah. Captain America is holding his baby. And then now Thor with his daughter. So Doom is after superpowered children.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the X-Men trailers being next, and rumors being that Sadie Sink is going to be portraying Rachel Summers, the daughter of Scott and Jean Grey. That's another child aspect to this. So a lot of stuff pointing to the old Children's Crusade storyline with JD. We covered that as an episode, right?
We did, and we intentionally connected things to the MCU. That was good.
Yeah. And totally could see that. And in that, Wanda's missing, and it turns out Doom has had her the whole time, which would line up with this kind of there's a lot of stuff where it makes a lot of sense. So
yeah, the search for Wanda, right after Agatha all along and whatever else, the search for Wanda was big. It was her sons looking for her, and then finding her with Doctor Doom really puts the icing on the cake there with what we're going towards.
Yeah, and I liked the Thor trailer.
He wanted her for a giant power upgrade. Sorry, which totally just would fall in line with the MCU.
Absolutely.
Regarding the trailers, though, I think this was a little better than the Captain America one. I don't love it, though. I don't really love the here's a character, here's kind of they're here. The only difference of Thor and Captain America is you kind of get like some context onto what he's up to during Doomsday or his intentions. So that I liked. I hope we get more of that when we see the Fantastic Four one. I hope it's not just they're going to be in the movie, because we already know that. So I really do think they could, even if it's just a minute, a good set of dialogue will really set the context up in a really cool way. So I'm hoping it'll do that. But otherwise, these trailers are kind of meh.
Yeah. They're very vague. And I have to think that these are all sequences from the movie following a point where somebody hunts down all the heroes and says, look, we've got another Thanos on our hands. We need one more fight. And then we see all of our heroes having their little moments of, okay, back to the fight. We see Steve, So I'm thinking that's what this is, where it's going to be a point in the movie where everybody gets rallied to come deal with Doom. And these are all of the trailers we get, those groups deciding that they're ready to fight.
I don't know if anyone mentioned this, but the X-Men trailer will feature Cyclops, Charles, and Magneto as the main three in that one.
If he mentions a child,
right?
We'll know.
And then Fantastic Four and the Wakandans in the same trailer is interesting. I wonder if there's going to be a tie-in between the two, because I know there is some in the comics, but maybe two separate things. Because having the Wakandans and Fantastic Four people react in a trailer for the first time would be kind of weird, right? Maybe it shows them arriving.
Universes. That is weird, yeah. But again, I'm really hoping our new Black Panther is from the Fantastic Four universe, like their Wakanda, and having them together in a trailer together feels so strange.
It does.
Maybe something like that could totally happen.
Dude, what if the trailer was the Fantastic Four cruising into Wakanda, and we dropped to Wakanda expecting the Wakanda we know, and then it's Jameson Idris's T'Challa walking out to greet them, and it's the 60s Wakanda from that Fantastic Four universe that we just saw them in.
Sick.
That'd be so sick.
In a teaser trailer?
Oh man, let's go. Well, the other 3 teasers have been pretty boring, so it'd be nice if the 4th one was like a bomb drop like that. Like, oh, Jameson Idris. Like they got to
that's true.
for 4 trailers, you have to have one exciting thing. Like
I think the X-Men one will be cool. Just seeing all the old characters back.
Yeah, but we already know they're back. So
right.
Give us something in these trailer reveals.
Dude, character-wise, I'm the most excited about Magneto's role in this movie. Not take away the age aspect of the actor, Ian McKellen, just the Magneto, how he's written into this movie. I'm very excited to see.
Yeah. I'm surprised Ian McKellen's still doing it. Like I turned on Lord of the Rings the other day, and that was made 25 years ago, and he looks pretty old then, but he's still out there fucking acting. So cheers to Ian McKellen.
Yeah. 86 going strong.
Yeah, so Dave mentioned it. Sadie Sink could be Rachel Summers, the child of Jean Grey and Cyclops. So she's obviously in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and there's been rumors of her being like a Punisher person or another random kind of military character, but I really do think she has a bigger role than that. Cast Sadie Sink into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and talking about how you want to bring in a young X-Men cast for the future. So I don't know if she's actually going to be Rachel Summers. It is a Daniel RPK who is about 50-50 on his takes, but
right.
I think she has to be someone significant, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
But yeah, she's obviously an up and comer right now. She was in The Whale. She's in Stranger Things. She's getting a lot of roles. She's young. And as I said, they're really focusing on the young Avengers. They're really focusing on these young up and coming characters of the new age of heroes. So I think it makes sense. I don't know how she fits into the Spider-Man storyline with everything that goes there. But outside of the Spider-Man aspect, I think it makes perfect sense.
I just can't believe that this rumor actually is carrying so much weight, and we're getting closer, and it's starting to seem like it actually might be true. Like thinking of like we kind of thought Jean Grey, but no one considered her daughter, and that could make perfect sense too. But it's just, right. I can't believe we're living in this world where like this Jean Grey's daughter might be in a Spider-Man movie. I can't believe that the rumors might be true about that, and it makes sense with everything everyone said. Sadie Sink coming in, a young group of X-Men. But it does kind of contradict like the mutants' existence in the 616 and like what route they're going to take to have when X-Men comes into the MCU, it's still eventually going to be Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine, Storm,
Miss Marvel.
Colossus,
Don't forget about Miss Marvel. Okay.
Kitty Pryde. Yeah, but it's just like, so they don't exist in the MCU or they do, and they've been hidden. Like you got this daughter of a major X-Men character. So
that is weird.
As cool as I'm down. I'm sure that would be really cool to have that happen. And I'm sure they have a decent plan for all this. It just makes me more confused about how the X-Men are going to fit into the 616.
That's a very, very solid hole you just poked in the boat with that rumor there. Yeah, I guess they would have had to have like sent her to another universe to protect her, like Superman style. Yeah, I don't, that's a good point.
Or she's coming to warn them about the oncoming threat of Dr. Doom.
Maybe Beast sent her.
Oh,
he said all the adults are dead in this universe. Let's send the kid.
Well, maybe the incursion is like slowly happening. So like part of their universe is already interacting with our universe. Like it'd be super early stages where like we're not going to see anyone else. It's just she happens to want to go like explore this incursion planet. So she kind of ends up crossing over into the Spider-Man timeline, where Doomsday is going to take place a little after that.
Only
when more
thing
characters start coming in because the incursion is closer or whatever.
Right. The only thing I don't like about that is how excited we've been for Spider-Man to be a ground level story. And now all of a sudden we have incursions and a multiversal character and all this stuff.
X-Men.
We've already got the Punisher and Hulk and all these other characters that are going to be in it. Maybe she comes in the last 10 minutes. I don't know. That'd be fine. But it's a lot that's going on.
And I'm not picturing incursions playing a role. It's just she's there because of an incursion fitting into this grounded Spider-Man story, hopefully. But like, it's not like we're going to see the planet coming or anything. And I don't know. That's just
what if her character is a mystery throughout the movie, and then
Yes.
in the last 15 minutes she reveals who she truly is and what the real threat is? So she's kind of just there helping out, and then at the end she's like, okay, now that I trust you and I can tell that you're doing good, you're a good protector of this universe, I'm gonna let you know that, hey, there's an incursion coming. I'm an X-Men from another universe. We need to go fight Dr. Doom.
Good call.
I like that a lot, actually. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. She's officially cast as Rachel Summers. So next,
He's joking, guys.
the plot of scrapped Avengers. Oh, Daredevil. Excuse me.
Or which one?
I cut that one out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Brad Winderbaum says Daredevil Born Again Season 2 will feature a lot of heavy themes and a lot of dark moments and tragic events. Daredevil is a revolutionary in this season. He's a rebel, and it's fun to see him go up against the power of the city.
That part sounds cool. Revolutionary. Yeah. That totally sounds cool. And it lines up with the Devil's Reign that we expect. He's going to be the revolutionary, starting a revolution, leading the defenders against Fisk's new regime. I think that's really cool. And I think season 2 has to be put together way better, right? Because season 1 was a little iffy with a lot of changes going on and COVID and this and that. So this one has to be like a nice, tighter package. I'm really looking forward to this.
And Fisk has total control right now too, so that also makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. We'll see Kristen Ritter's character as Jessica Jones showing up. Daredevil will have his whole squad that he's leading against Fisk, so it'll be fun.
And apparently not the Punisher, though, because it's like confirmed that Bernthal's not in season 2.
He was off filming the Odyssey.
He lives in the city.
I know.
He just
we'll
sleeping?
See how that goes. All right. Maybe his special will clear that up.
Yeah. Do you have the Kang Dynasty image? Is there a Kang Dynasty in there?
There's not.
Oh, okay.
Did you send me a Kang Dynasty one?
I did. Bad. Well, I don't know if we talked about this before. It's from My Time to Shine Hello, but it seemed kind of fun to just kind of talk about and theorize. You can leave that one up if you want. So there's been like multiple reported scrapped plots of Kang Dynasty, but this one seemed a little different and it seemed kind of cool. So we're just going to run through it real fast. In this film, the TVA began gathering anchor beings from across the multiverse, believing they're the only ones powerful enough to defeat the Council of Kangs. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were the anchors for their beings. Tom Holland served as the anchor for 616. It was intended to be smaller in scope than Secret Wars, focusing on the Spider-Mans, with also Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and other anchor beings like Nick Cage's Ghost Rider. I don't know about that part, but we can. I don't know about that, but the plan was for all of them to ultimately fail, leading to the collapse of the multiverse and Kang's creation of Battleworld. This would then set the stage for Avengers Secret Wars, where other MCU characters and additional multiverse figures would converge on Battleworld. So, Kang Dynasty, I mean, we're definitely moved way past that now, but would you like the whole kind of being like a No Way Home Part 2?
Feels gimmicky to me personally
It
to
does.
do that. If you're just doing Spider-Man and Wolverine again, dude, we have seen that happen. Like, it's been awesome for Logan and Deadpool and Wolverine and Toby and Andrew and Spider-Man 3. It's all great, but if you did it again, dude, I wouldn't be super stoked about it.
Right.
Do we know that's like confirmed?
No. This is all just, we're having fun here.
Okay. I was gonna say that kind of sounds like some nonsense some kid just made up out there, but if that was the case, yeah, I prefer what we're getting.
Right.
Are you guys happy we live in a world where we're just going straight to Dr. Doom, or would you prefer to Kang Dynasty before we got to Doom?
Yeah, and I'll add to that. Do we miss the TVA in that whole timeline? Do we see the TVA coming back and having a role in Avengers?
Yeah, I think so.
Big time.
Yeah, because I think Loki and the timelines are going to be involved in this still, and if he is, then the TVA has to be. So
that's good at least. So there's something from the whole Kang world survived.
Right.
Yeah, and with them being so part of Deadpool and Wolverine, you know the TVAs, and that's between the heroes, the villains, and Loki as well.
See, but what makes you think it's kind of true is, yes, this movie has Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Hugh Jackman, and Nicolas Cage, but Doomsday has Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr. Like they're still doing the same thing in another way where they're just retreading old characters instead of bringing in the new ones. So that was their plan all along, to just bring back the historic characters, the ones we already love, you know?
Yeah, and that's the whole vibe of this Doomsday Secret Wars thing is the gimmickiness of it. We're worried that the gimmicks are used like as well as possible, and it's not just gimmicky.
Right. Because I would have been okay with like the Thunderbolts and the Falcon Avengers. Like they're not as powerful, but at least they're like the characters we've been following this whole time. They could have been the main ones in Avengers.
Yeah, and even though they haven't had the most engaging storyline throughout where we're attached to them the way we were Iron Man and Captain America, that almost like gives them more opportunity for really cool arcs.
Right.
We're already kind of used to them. They're there. You know, we know what they're doing there. We know what they're up to. We know their role. And it's so like simple and wide open. You know, you could do anything with those characters. And you could have done the movie without, RDJ and Chris Evans. But it could be really cool if that works out well.
Right.
You could have done it with the other characters, though, for sure. You had plenty of characters to work with, and they could have had cool arcs.
It's just, how is Chris Evans going to fit in with Sam Wilson's Captain America? Like he left, he gave him the mantle, said, "This is you now." And then he's like, "Actually, wait, you know what? I'm back. I'm running the show." I was wondering how they're going to pull. I'm sure they're not going to do it like that.
Well, how do you like the whole thing about him going back to put the Infinity Stones in their place caused incursions? And that's where Doom had an incursion. You know, his family died, and he blames Steve Rogers for that. 616 Steve Rogers.
I like that. That would explain it.
That makes a lot of sense. It makes it like an Endgame sequel. Like we've talked about.
I could see that being, it'd be weird just randomly having somebody travel to 1950 and being like, "Hey, bro, you're super strong. Can you come back and help us defeat this interdimensional?" Like, because your only power is leadership and strength. But am I the only one? And now, don't get me wrong. I love Chris Evans. I love Captain America.
Oh,
I don't really care that he's coming. It doesn't get me that excited being like Captain America's back. Partially because of it feels like they're just, like you guys said, it's a crutch. They're just falling back to what's successful. But I don't know. There's a part of me that's just like, the trailer didn't do it for me. I didn't really care.
I'm like convincing myself to be excited that Captain America's returning.
Like it's a big reveal. Like, oh, but on the inside, do I really care that much?
Right.
Not really.
So it's like I try to make myself excited, and I just think back to how great his character was throughout all the Russo films. And I'm like, they're going to do something good with them. They are. Come on.
His story ended, though, perfectly.
Just like internally, it's just like it doesn't feel exciting.
Right. It felt like they wrapped it up, like you said, Lub, in a great way. And now it just feels weird that it's being continued. And yeah, no part of it is a fear or worry of me thinking the Russos won't do him well. Like I know whatever they use him in, it'll be great. It's just, it feels a little cheap. I feel like we should have pressed on without him. But
yeah, which is
Thor makes more sense. Thor makes sense.
Well, yeah, Thor makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Right.
And I like that now he's got a dot. Again, that whole speech where he's like, "Allow me to come back to my daughter, not as a warrior, but as, calm. And, not teaching her in the ways of fighting, but love, and just accept it, like just being like a peaceful life, bringing up his daughter." I love that. So the whole Thor arc of this makes perfect sense.
Right. I just hope they don't take too much of the spotlight, even though we want them there. I don't want really Captain America and Thor as the main characters of the story.
Right.
All right, what's next, JD?
Right now,
we got Star Wars.
There we go. Star Wars Starfighter has wrapped filming, which is honestly great news to hear that a movie started. They wrote it, they casted it, they filmed it, and now it's done, and it is releasing in theaters in 2027. So obviously we got Mando and Grogu next year, which also in the box office, that one is a standalone movie that I would definitely draft over Avengers just because of Dune 3. But that's neither here or there.
No.
Because they come out. Because it comes out the same day. Because it comes out the same day as Dune 3.
It's still going to make so much more than it's a Star Wars project. Not. I still think it's going to crush Mando and Grogu.
I don't think so.
I don't think it will either. Depending on the timing of the release. When is Mando and Grogu stands alone, and so does this one?
It's May 2026. So I think
that's a Mando like 3 times.
And I think Spider-Man's July. Is it June or July for Spider-Man? So I think it has a good 2 months alone.
There's no
I
way.
think-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, Grogu is just such a popular figure at this point, and Starfighter is an unknown story. So I think Mando and Grogu definitely takes it, but Ryan Gosling will help. I think
he's
Starfighter
talking
will be
about
good.
versus Doomsday. Mando and Grogu are Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, sorry. I thought you guys were comparing this to Starfighter. I was going to say
No,
Mando
no.
and Grogu definitely.
Mando and Grogu
will
over
make more.
Starfighter.
Okay.
Would you think it makes more money than Doomsday?
Oh, going off of the release date. Now I see what you're saying. I think it has a chance because of that Dune thing. I think the odds are still against it, but I think maybe a 30-70 chance now. I think Mando and Grogu could blow up, dude. Grogu is everywhere. It's crazy. Like I see
Star
Grogu
Wars movie in
everywhere I
7
go.
years.
That too.
Yeah, that too. It's just they don't have. I think you can make an argument. Neither of the fan bases fully trust Star Wars or Marvel.
True.
But I think with RDJ and it's the Avengers culmination thing going on. I think it'll be like a 2 billion thing where I don't even know if Mando and Grogu will hit 1 billion. Or I think Avengers will still be like about to hit 2 billion.
I think Mando and Grogu will, just because again it's the summer. There's no other movies out, and it's a Grogu movie. I think all the parents are taking their kids to this. I think Mando and Grogu hits 1.5 billion.
That'd be sick. I want it to succeed. Dude, 2 Star Wars movies 2 years in a row. I am so excited because Star Wars belongs in the movie theater, man. I cannot wait to see these. Even if I don't fully trust Star Wars, I'm very excited.
Dude, Star Wars is a footnote in cinema. Like it's not a footnote, it's a keystone. It's a foundational block of cinema. Like it belongs there, like you said. So that is exciting.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, the Odyssey comes out in July. Let's check Spider-Man Brand New Day release date real fast.
Do you think there's a chance Spider-Man Brand New Day is like matches Avengers Doomsday box office?
Spider-Man being Spider-Man? I think it'll be less. It's July 31st for Brand New Day.
Oh, Odyssey's 2 weeks before that.
And that's a different, slightly different audience.
Exactly 2 weeks apart is Spider-Man and Odyssey. That's interesting.
Plenty of time for your bulk.
The first 2 weekends are the big stuff, but people going back and watching it twice is also another big thing for box office. And if they go and see the Odyssey, or if they go and see Spider-Man instead of watching the Odyssey for a second time, it could cut into the Odyssey.
I think I just realized Spider-Man comes out in 7 months. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, me too. I was like, July. Wait a minute.
And still no trailer.
There's a leaked one. Did you guys see the leaked one?
I think it was AI.
It could have been. But it looked legit. I'm not super confident it's AI, but I wouldn't.
No,
be
it did
either.
If it was the one you sent to us, I thought it was real the first time, and then when I went back, I noticed some clips were Peter in Civil War, and there were a couple other clips that kind of threw in there, which made it seem like somebody assembled. But they did a really good job at it.
There was some things that felt off, like Frank sounded like
right,
not Frank.
Didn't sound like John Bernthal.
All right, our final piece of news. Yes, Netflix in our Assassin's Creed series has John Rank as its director, best known for HBO's Chernobyl. This is the first deal under the Ubisoft Netflix collaboration. And of course, a focus on the long-running conflict between two secret factions. So far, so good when it comes to news for this series. There have been 1 or 2 casting confirmations, not very big actors, but this director obviously did a very good series. Chernobyl won a bunch of awards. Everyone who saw it loved it. So hopes are high so far.
Yeah. This is the best news so far I've heard for this show, because Chernobyl was amazing. That was done so well. Amazing miniseries. If you haven't seen it, it's sometimes hard to watch because it's so realistic, and some of the stuff they went through during Chernobyl was just mind-blowing, and it kind of gets you angry at points. But it's done so well. So the fact that they're bringing such a quality, director from something like that over to an Assassin's Creed project does nothing but give me hope. So I think this is great news.
I'll have to watch Chernobyl soon. I've started it, and my wife likes it. I never finished it.
I never finished it either.
It's only like 5 episodes. Maybe it's a 6-episode miniseries. And it is slow. It's slower, but it's really good. I really liked it.
And man, I wish there was a way to have Fassbender still take the lead role. That'll never happen, but that would
Right.
be cool. Or if those movies just didn't suck. But Fassbender as that character would be.
I do like that it's a series and not a movie. That definitely helps it out because
Yes.
it needs 8
Needs to
hours.
be. Yeah.
It's not an easy game to make into a
Bro,
movie,
no,
too.
you can't do a 90-minute story of Assassin's Creed to people who don't know the story.
Right. Like Fallout, Last of Us, even The Witcher. They're very like straightforward stories. Assassin's Creed's weird.
It's complex. It's odd.
And honestly, in the last couple games, they've kind of bailed on the current timeline storyline. Remember in the old games, you'd like get into the
At
like-
a Brago, not a Brago. Started with an A.
it
It wasn't a Brago.
wanna say-
Abstergo.
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 No. The Animus was the
Animus.
program that you would go through there. And yeah.
Because I remember in the games, every time you get to the girl doing it, you'd be like, "All right, let's get this over with. Let's get back to the good stuff here." So it's a tough
Right.
it's a tough show to make. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh yeah, it is Abstergo. Okay.
Abstergo. There you go. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Also, check out our Stranger Things coverage. We just wrapped that up before this episode. It'll be out on our feeds probably the same time as this. So thank you for joining us today on our doubleheader Why So Sidious podcast episodes. We'll see you next time. Thank you. And we love you. 3000.
Oof.